A recent declaration made by the Federal Reserve of the United States addressing the utilization of XRP has garnered significant attention in the media. According to Senior Vice President David Andolfato of the Federal Reserve Branch in St. Louis, the possibility of integrating RippleNet for the purpose of processing payments has been brought to consideration. Specifically, the importance of RippleNet's reliance on XRP as a facilitator for these transactions has been taken into consideration. If we are to directly quote David Andolfato, it is possible that the Federal Reserve may delegate settlement tasks to an external party named Ripple. In the event that this scenario comes to fruition, it indicates that the value of XRP will significantly increase, possibly increasing to the level of $10,000. In addition, it is essential to emphasize that this action taken by the Federal Reserve is not a surprise to anyone. The Federal Reserve issued an official statement a few weeks ago, or possibly a month ago, in which they acknowledged the possible role that XRP and XLM could play in improving the blockchain component of their FedNow payment service. Ripple, which is well known for its creative solutions in international payments and its open source platform for financial transactions, is currently the focus of attention. It is predicted that the incorporation of Ripple's technology into the FedNow payment service will be a significant factor in propelling the value of XRP to reach levels that have never been seen before. How are you doing? The Moneyside family is your reliable source for anything and anything pertaining to XRP. Please give me a good push on the like button, press the subscribe button, and turn on notifications so that you may become a part of our community before we plunge in. Aside from that, after we reach 60,000 members, we are going to be giving away an incredible amount of XRP. It is not difficult to enter the competition. All you need to do is follow these 3 basic procedures. Therefore, you should make sure that you accomplish all of that. You may guarantee your seat by using the hashtag Moneyside in the comments section. Let's get right down to the meat of today's discussion. The collaboration between Ripple and the Federal Reserve, which was officially announced on the website federalreserve.gov, is the primary focus of our attention. A report with the title The United States Path to Faster Payments within the first section of the report, titled The Faster Payment Task Force Approach Ripple, is recognized as a significant participant in the relationship with the Federal Reserve for the purpose of developing payment solutions. The ability of Ripple to support real-time international payments is notably mentioned in the paper. Traditionally, foreign transfers take between 2 and 4 days to complete, and there is minimal tracking and transparency regarding fees. The revolutionary nature of Ripple lies in the fact that it provides total visibility on the status of payments and fees, in addition to fast settlement. Following this, we come to the realization that Ripple and the Federal Reserve have broadened the scope of their partnership to encompass domestic payments. Audience members have the ability to pause the presentation and browse the full documentation that supports this. The relationship between Ripple with central institutions such as the Bank of England, the Federal Reserve, and the Saudi Arabian Monetary Authority for the purpose of improving the domestic payment system is mentioned in a significant section of the study. Ripple Labs' innovation at the fundamental level of payment processing, which focuses on giving a free, real-time settlement infrastructure internationally, is mentioned in the report, which is another noteworthy component of the research. It suggests that Ripple's decentralized peer-to-peer settlement structure is going to replace the systems that are already in place for the transfer of funds, and that the Federal Reserve intends to adopt and apply it. When we look back, we can see that there were early signs that this development was occurring. About a year ago, the Ripple logo was prominently shown during a segment on Fox News that was hosted by the Federal Reserve and discussed the possibility of a digital version of the United States dollar. Additionally, organizations such as the Bank of International Settlements, BIs, the International Monetary Fund IIF, and the Federal Reserve Board have put Ripple on its list of operating in the shadows partners, which is a clear indication of their interest in Ripple's technology. As one delves further into the fascinating realm of global banking, it becomes abundantly clear that the Bank of International Settlements, also known as the BIs, is responsible for managing a sizable percentage of the wealth that exists around the globe. Taking note of the fact that Ripple has entered this domain is a noteworthy development. According to a statement that we have received from the Department of the Interior, Jess Chan, who is a senior attorney at the Frederickshire Board of Governors, gave information. It has been alleged that Jess, who formerly served as a deputy general, is at the vanguard of this initiative. In this case, there is a lot to unpack, and everything is quite interrelated, so those who are interested in the finer nuances should read on. On the other hand, that is only the top of the iceberg. I am about to divulge something that may come as a surprise to many of you. A warning was issued by the Federal Reserve not too long ago regarding the possibility of bank losses as a result of rising interest rates and pressures in the real estate market. What's interesting is that they've been having conversations about this with a number of partners since the beginning of March. it would appear that the BRICS nations and the European Union are planning to adopt XRP. There have even been indications from the European Union that XRP will serve as the basis for the new digital euro, which will manage wealth transfers through the use of the XRP ledger. This assertion is supported by a number of reports, all of which indicate that the value of XRP is about to experience a significant increase. A top expert forecasts that it will have a short-term increase to $500.50, the possibility of reaching $10,000 as it develops popularity on a worldwide scale. Arthur Brito, who was one of the co-founders of Ripple, is credited with having this insight. As we continue to watch the movie, it becomes quite evident that the storytelling about XRP is undergoing rapid change. Moving on from the scandal involving the Securities and Exchange Commission and Ripple, we are now witnessing the BRICS nations making a resolute decision to construct their central bank digital currency on the XRP ledger in conjunction with Ripple. The BRICS nations are the driving force behind this central bank digital currency, which is expected to become a key global financial tool, according to recent breaking news. In addition, there is evidence that Ripple contains a vast network within each of the BRICS nations, which we are going to investigate in further depth. It would be appropriate for us to begin our voyage in Brazil, where a significant breakthrough has taken place. Brazil has introduced a breakthrough cryptocurrency on demand liquidity solution, which was developed in collaboration with Ripple. An important step forward in the development of the country's financial technology environment is represented by this project. The next country that we will be focusing on is Russia. A substantial body of evidence demonstrates that President Putin has made a strategic shift toward diversifying away from the petrodollar and the United States dollar. Notable progress has been made in the direction of Ripple Labs as a result of SWIFT's decision to exclude Russia from its payment system. One of the objectives is to create a central bank digital currency CBDC for the Russian Federation using the XRP ledger. This action not only challenges the SWIFT prohibition, but it also takes advantage of the decentralized structure of the XRP ledger, which means that Russia's interests are protected. We discover that Ripple is at the vanguard of yet another big project, which is the Digital Rupee Initiative, which is an ambitious endeavor in India. The technology developed by Ripple Labs provides the foundation for this initiative, which represents a significant step forward in India's march toward a full global CBDC solution. But it is not the conclusion of the narrative. Additionally, China has joined the race by forming a partnership with Ripple in order to establish a foothold in the emerging field of central bank digital currencies. By forming this collaboration, Ripple is demonstrating its growing impact in the international financial realm. The story is told in a similar fashion in Africa. The 2022 African Blockchain Report sheds light on the increasing significance of CBDCs on the XRP ledger spanning the whole continent of Africa. Furthermore, the research highlights the fact that South Africa, along with more than a dozen other African nations, has implemented Ripple and XRP for their respective payment processing systems. The ledger's growing significance in Africa's financial ecosystem is highlighted by the broad adoption of the ledger. And finally, XRP was identified as a leading digital asset for payment services in a report that was published not too long ago by the BRICS nations. XRP's status as a key actor in the field of digital currencies is further strengthened by the BRICS nations' endorsement of the cryptocurrency. In light of recent events, there has been a sharp increase in the number of forecasts regarding the price of XRP, with a few forecasts that stand out as particularly noteworthy attracting our attention. When prominent financial experts make a public prediction that the price of XRP will be $500.50